Well, let's see now. We're ready for our next guest here in just a moment. So I hope you folks are comfortable and enjoying yourselves here. You know, we do this live and have been doing this live for over 20 years now, so it's what is it? That's it, Cliff. It's no surprise to us to be able to do more than one thing at a time, I guess. I don't know.
John is the octopus man. He has 8 arms now.
Yeah, no, next week we're going to have different microphones on the clips, or else we'll have a boom here and we'll feel a little more liberated. And that's what we're doing with Iran. We're liberating Iran. We're not trying to take Iran as our possession.
We had to destroy the camel to save it, is the old theory back then.
It ain't Iran, it's Iraq.
I mean, Iraq.
But they ran.
Excuse me.
It was it just boom like that. Yeah.
See, Iran already has pin-on microphones.
Yeah, with those great funerals for the Ayatollah, what could you expect? Here's a body, dump it, dump it.
I'm looking all over for our lineup here. I want to see who we're bringing up next. I have in my mind who I want to bring up, but I just want to be appropriate. Camelia is a lovely lady, and it's exciting to have her up here because it's the first time that I've been able to see her, and we've heard so much good news and good report about her, so we're anxious to anticipate her in that way, I should say. Come on and welcome Camelia Bravo.
I'm short, and I hope that didn't surprise you. That's why I wanted to say that first. And it's not easy being short. I mean, how would you feel having to be behind somebody's fat ass all the time? I mean, sometimes it gets so bad I have to turn my head. I mean, you think bad breath is bad. I mean, geez. Okay. And every time I get on a crowded elevator, I always get pushed to the back. I could write the story 100 Butts and One Face by Camelia Bravo. Well, in spite of it all, I have had a lot of good jobs. The first job I had, I was a waitress. I worked under the table. And if a guy didn't give me a good tip, I'd pick his pockets before he left. And then I also have had a lot of good phone jobs. I mean, I always give a good phone. I mean, when you're talking to somebody, you know, a perfect stranger, I could be a 5'7" voluptuous blonde. What does he know? But then, when somebody's talking to you right next to you and his crotch is right in your face, it can be very intimidating. And my motto's always been reach out and touch someone. And another job I had once, it was during the last presidential election. I took a survey, and I found that men who hung to the right were Republicans, and that men who hung to the left were Democrats. But my personal favorite were the middle-of-the-roaders, because those guys knew what it was like to be in a tight pinch. I mean, are we talking about the Nutcracker Suite or what? Oh, I just am getting over this relationship. You know, it was okay, but we always didn't see eye to eye, but we danced cheek to cheek quite a few times. I mean, if I could just find a man who satisfied me half as much as my cat did, I'd be a happy woman. I mean, it's so nice when I come home at night, my cat's there to greet me with a big smile on his face and a twinkle in his eye and his tongue sticking out of his mouth. Kitty, you know. And it's so nice to wear him around my shoulders like a stole. He purrs and nibbles at my ear. And it's so nice to go to bed and have a warm and hairy body to cuddle up to at night. And the best thing about him is he doesn't leave the toilet seat up. I hate that. Oh, well, you know, I'm just getting ready to go, and if you guys are ever in the neighborhood and want to have a good time, just, hey, call me. I'm available. Just come down and see me sometime. Hit it, Jason.
All right.
I believe that everyone in life should have a mission. Making people happy is the height of my ambition. And when I get them happy, well, they stay in that condition. I have a system all my own. I got a lot, I know I'm pretty hot, and what I got's all mine. I assure you, I can cure you if you're feeling blue. Come down and see me sometime. I've got a place where you can show your face. I got a brand new life. Maybe you would like me to explain it all to you. Come down and see me sometime. Come down tonight. I read the paper, said the moon would be bright. They should have had it in the headlines and all, that you would call and you'd be falling for me. 'Cause I'm free and you appeal to me. How could it be a crime? If you don't get my number, well, my number's in the book. Come down and see me sometime. I've got the key, the room's 053. It's not that hard to find. You know I'll be waiting to see your face at my door, so come down and see me sometime. Anytime. The sooner the better! Oh! Thank you.
Thank you. Camille, please be seated here. Camelia Bravo. Boy, oh boy, isn't that nice?
Thank you.
Wasn't it? Was it nice?
Where do you live exactly?
Hollywood.
I want specific addresses. I want to come down and see you.
053 is my...
It's the way you do that, you know, you do it so well.
The way I do the things I do. You ain't seen nothing yet.
I know, it's that suggestion that really turns us all on, and we anticipate so much in our minds that sometimes it's really something. Huh?
Yes, your mind is working overtime.
I know, we're going overtime, but you do a wonderful job.
Well, thank you.
Up there on the stage, and the song was nice, and your humor was witty, and the suggestions are great. She looks great, too.
Oh, thank you.
So, are you oversexed, or what? I mean, is it
Good opening line, John. Hi, how are you? John Roberts. Are you oversexed?
No, I mean, they do say that women have been known to be nymphomania, is the terminology, I believe. Is it anything special to a woman as compared to a man, or especially to a woman
Like I
of your
said,
size?
when you have what can I do? I have a man's crotch in my face all the time. Sometimes I just can't help myself. You know?
Can the cameras turn away from it? It's incredible.
She's holding you. I think she
holding
likes
your
you.
arm. I'm just holding your arm. Relax.
I think she likes you, Tom.
I like you. I like your types.
Yeah, I want to do this. You know, we're at war, and who knows how much longer we'll have.
I always love a man in uniform.
Wow.
But he's not in a uniform.
I work at a gas station. It's incredible.
Oh,
Yeah.
gas station uniform. Oh, I love that smell like gasoline.
Yeah.
In my
the price goes
nostrils.
up.
It really.
We're hitting it off, John.
Yes.
She's doing well.
Oh, yes,
You're
I
doing
am.
very well. Very well. Well, let's ask you a question now. What are your goals here professionally? Because I haven't seen you around town yet. It's the first time at the Fudge. I know you've played before. I don't have a resume here, but we've enjoyed you so much. You played the Fudge before,
I've played
haven't
the
you?
fudge before, and I ate fudge too.
Was it good? Well, we didn't expect that much. We expected that.
Yes, it was wonderful.
Well, that's good. We try hard here to please people. We know that service is
The
the
harder
number
the
one.
better is what I always say.
You must have worked like Vegas or clubs. I mean, does this just come naturally, or are you just a crowd pleaser or a people pleaser? I mean, how do you know all this?
I'm very natural at the natural fudge.
She won't give a fudge.
I love fudge.
And half the calories are.
Well, where were you born? Because Todd asked that question. In Ohio, or?
I was born in Hollywood.
Wow.
So you've gone about 8 miles since birth.
Yeah, but it took, I won't tell you how many years to get this. I had a lot of detours.
Well, where do you expect to go here in the next upcoming years? What are your plans and your goals? We're trying to find out a little bit more about you. We don't know an awful lot, but we do know it was a great scene here.
Well, thank you. Well, my goals are to go, I've been 8 miles. I want to go maybe 4 miles further to see where that'll take me. I kind of like to live one moment at a time because...
But you enjoy singing and dance. You're not dancing, but you do enjoy singing.
I enjoy
and
dancing too. Like, especially cheek to cheek, you know.
Well, do you have any other original tunes?
I have some others, but they'll come later. When I'm coming out.
It's a good blend. I mean, you have a good voice as well as a good grasp and all. And
I love to grasp. Yes, that's true.
Yes, I bumped into you in the hallway back there, and I'm still limping. But the grasp is, I mean, you do have a good handle on all from where your comedy perspective is coming, and it's good because you have a unique angle. And you do, literally. But, I mean, you know, you've got...
Todd, what are you getting at?
Marry me. That's what I'm doing right now.
Is that a proposal?
Yes, before this war gets any heavier. Let's get hitched, baby.
This is something, huh? Okay, now your real name is actually not Camelia Bravo, but this is a stage name. Gee, what a thing to bring up on stage. Here we're talking about that. Is that a nice thing to bring up? I mean, a stage name. Where'd you get the? How come you didn't like your original name? That was a nice name.
Well, my real name. No, my real name is my real name. Well, my real name.
Yeah.
My real name. My real name is Kathy Hall. And
Kathy Hall. That's a good
so boring.
name.
That's nothing glamorous about that.
Wasn't it Saddam Hussein for a while, and then you changed it from that too?
No. And so I just like the name Camellia because of the flower, and I knew that everybody'd be saying Bravo after they saw me, so I thought might as well just have it be my name. You see?
That's great. That's great.
Yes, and I'm nauseous, yeah.
Do you have another tune for us here tonight?
Not yet.
No?
I have my one tune. I'm a one-tune mama.
Does anyone have a question for...
Any questions?
For Camelia?
Yeah, you don't really want to marry that guy, do you?
Me?
Yes. You don't really want to marry that guy.
I'm rich.
Todd the Bubble Man.
In flavor, pretty much.
This is the voice.
Oh, what flavor are you?
We'll have to get married. Do you have a dating game here? I'm warm and tingly, and I'm covered in coconut.
John, this is the voice from above.
The voice from
I'd like
above.
to ask her one question. How long have you been doing your act?
Well, is this a serious question or is this just
It's
a
a serious question.
A serious
the voice
question.
above doesn't fool around.
Is this like the old Lost in Space show where the voice goes, "Tell us, Dr. Smith, why are you here?"
Don't sound
Okay, well, I've been studying acting since 1975, and because I always wanted to be a serious, dramatic actress, because I wanted to change the world, you see. And then back in 1983, I got depressed. I got depressed in '83, and I watched a Dudley Moore movie, 10, and that's the first time I'd laughed in years. So I thought, well, hey, I could do comedy. If I could, I mean, there's so much sadness and so much hatred and so much, you know, in this world like today. I mean, why can't we try to make light of everything and be funny? And I can accept myself, and I can accept people who, at first I didn't think I would want. Is this how much time do I have?
Till the bombers come. Don't worry, we're okay. We're fine. No, this is a good angle in here.
No, I didn't think I would want people laughing at me, but now I love it. I love to hear laughter, so that's it.
Yeah, but you don't feel that when you said "at me" like that.
Yeah,
You're not
it's
inferring anything.
I know. No, it's like I feel, I love it because I know they're laughing at what I'm doing. They're laughing at my character. They're laughing at not at me, they're laughing with me, they're laughing.
It's
a part, something
It's
I've-
an experience
Yeah,
that's...
it's something I've created, and that's
You know,
what-
Betsy, we're going to have a little sitcom situation upcoming. You think you may be interested in
Oh, I would
working with
love
us?
to do a
Oh,
sitcom.
wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, well, that sounds exciting. With her mind and your body,
Let's make lots of money. Come on, everybody. let's
Money,
go.
money, yes.
well, look, we're going to move right along. Camellia Bravo will come back sometime for us, huh?
Absolutely.
And thank you very much.
Big hat, folks. Yes, thank you so very much.
We'll exit over here, Camille.
Thank you.
She's gone.
She's exciting. Exciting
The
lady.
devil to replace her. My future
Todd's
wife.
really excited. She was turned on to Todd quite a bit. You can see that.